former head of the French intelligence agency, Alain Juillet, will be in an upcoming mainstream French documentary titled UFOs: A State Affair. In light of that, Tom DeLonge dropped the following Instagram post last night. News. The former head of the French intelligence service, Alain Juillet, has publicly declared for the first time that UFO phenomena goes beyond the dimension of the Earth and includes a non-human intelligence. He states that we might expect official disclosure, albeit there are more clues that invite reflection rather than any certainties to be given. Indeed, it is not about being right or certain, but open-minded. Here's what Twitter user Occam1129, the person who made me aware of this upcoming documentary, has to say about this upcoming documentary. Alain Juillet speaks about ATIP, TTSA, U.S. disclosure in this coming documentary on Tuesday, and in this Paris Match article. He says the phenomenon is real, transdimensional, and not human, which is relevant regarding his career. The documentary should be interesting. Harry Reid is in it. This story originates from a Paris Match article originally written in French. I'm going to share 3 excerpts from this article using Google Translation. So don't expect a perfect translation. You have agreed to participate in the documentary by Dominique Filhol, UFOs: A Matter of States. Is this the first time you have spoken publicly on the subject of UFOs? Alain Juillet. Yes, I had participated in a meeting of aeronautical enthusiasts where the problem of unidentified objects had been raised. I was in the room and answered a few questions, but I had never intervened on this subject publicly. It was after an interview with the director, Dominique Filhol, that we tackled this theme. He asked me 2 or 3 questions and said, "I'm interested in this. I'm preparing something. This is how it happened." Did you have a particular interest in UFOs? Yes, even if I'm not an enthusiast. On the other hand, I'm originally an intelligence man, and when we see inexplicable things today, we know that we can explain them tomorrow. It's just that we don't have the elements to imagine or understand what's going on. In the particular field of UFOs, not to mention the people who see a flying saucer landing in a field, there are fighter pilots, astronauts, people who are anything but funny and report very precise observations. We must not say that they are nonsense, but just recognize that there are things that escape us. It is in this context that I became interested in this problem, because the first thing we see when we study this phenomenon, it is that obviously these machines or these appearances do not function according to the terrestrial laws, and in particular, that they are not subjected to the gravitation. The question that arises is therefore, has a country developed a system which makes it possible to escape gravitation? 20 years ago, I would have replied, why not? But today, if a country in the world had made such a discovery, we would know. No progress of this magnitude can remain secret. It's impossible. We know that the Americans have launched a very serious study with a big budget to try to understand, and it seems that other great powers, in particular Russia and China, have done the same thing, undoubtedly for the same reasons, to discover if there is not behind the UFO phenomenon something which, technically speaking, can be interesting. Here's an excerpt from a passage that Occam1129 posted, originating from the upcoming documentary, and it is the former head of French intelligence that is speaking here. Just imagine that we are told we have the proof that our world is also visited by other worlds, where there are passages between them. And here is some commentary by Exo-Academian, giving some commentary on France's involvement in the UFO subject. The French government has been at the forefront of demonstrating governmental openness on this. They've done more to move the UFO topic forward than probably any other government on Earth, and pleasantly, the stigma of reporting and investigating UFOs is much reduced in France. Vive la France! I'm sorry, I think I just butchered French culture. No, but in all seriousness, could you imagine a former director of CIA talking about UAP in a long format within a documentary? Why can you not even imagine it?